Welcome to Gunners Central, the home of Arsenal news, match reactions, transfer updates, and everything happening at the Emirates. If you're a true Gunner, you're in the right place. From breaking stories to deep analysis, we've got you covered. Make sure you subscribe and join the Gunners Central family, because here, Arsenal is always central. Come on, you Gunners, let's get started. Arsenal return to training with eyes on historic Champions League. Glory against PSG. Arsenal's celebrations after lifting the Premier League title may have been unforgettable, but there is no time for Mikel Arteta and his players to relax, as the Gunners have now returned to training to begin preparations for what could become the biggest match in the club's modern history, the UEFA Champions League final against Paris Saint-Germain on Saturday. With the Premier League trophy already secured, Arsenal are now chasing a historic double, and the mood around the squad is one of determination, focus and belief. Winning the Premier League this season was already a massive achievement for Arsenal, ending years of waiting and proving that Mikel Arteta has successfully transformed the club into champions again. The players celebrated with fans after a long and demanding campaign, but now the attention has quickly shifted to Europe, where Arsenal have one more mountain to climb. The return to training this week showed just how serious Arsenal are about finishing the season in style. Reports from inside the club suggest that the atmosphere at London Colney has been intense, focused and full of energy, with every player understanding what is at stake. The Premier League title may already be in the bag, but Arsenal know that winning the Champions League would take this season to a completely different level. Mikel Arteta was seen leading sessions with passion and intensity, making sure his players remain sharp both physically and mentally ahead of the showdown against PSG. The Spanish manager has repeatedly spoken about standards, mentality and hunger, and those qualities have been visible throughout Arsenal's preparations. A strong Arsenal squad returned to training as Arteta welcomed many of his key stars back to work. In goal, David Raya was present and looked focused as he continued preparing for what will likely be one of the biggest matches of his career in an Arsenal shirt. His performances this season have been vital, and Arsenal will need him at his very best against PSG's dangerous attack. In defence, Arteta had plenty of options available. Ben White returned to training alongside Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Jurrien Timber, Ricardo Calafiori, Piero Hincapié, Miles Lewis-Skelly and Christian Mosquera, giving Arsenal a powerful defensive group to work with. Arsenal's back line has been one of the best in Europe this season, and Arteta knows defensive discipline will be crucial if they want to stop PSG. The midfield group also looks strong, with Martin Zubimendi and Declan Rice once again taking part in sessions. Rice has been one of Arsenal's leaders all season, bringing energy, aggression and control in midfield, while Zubimendi has added intelligence and calmness to Arsenal's game. Captain Martin Ødegaard was also involved, with the Norwegian playmaker expected to be central to Arsenal's creative plans against PSG. Arteta also had plenty of attacking firepower in training. Bukayo Saka looked sharp, Leandro Trossard was involved, Gabriel Jesus trained with confidence, Gabriel Martinelli returned with his usual pace and energy, while Victor Gyökeres was among the players preparing for the big occasion. Kai Havertz was also in the squad, giving Arsenal another attacking option as the manager continues to shape his final plans. Young talent was also present, with Max Daumann and several other academy stars joining first-team preparations, showing the strong unity inside the club and the belief that everyone has a role to play in this historic moment. Arteta knows that facing PSG will not be easy. The French giants are one of Europe's strongest sides and will also be desperate to win the Champions League. But Arsenal head into the final full of confidence after conquering England and proving they can handle pressure on the biggest occasions. Inside training, Arteta reportedly worked on tactical drills, pressing systems, transitions and defensive shape, knowing that one mistake in a final can change everything. Arsenal have built their success this season on discipline, intensity and collective teamwork, and the manager wants to see those same qualities on Saturday night. There is also a strong emotional motivation inside the Arsenal camp. The club has never won the Champions League in its history, and this final represents a chance to write a new chapter forever. Winning the Premier League was already special, but lifting the Champions League would turn this team into legends. For Arsenal fans, the dream is now very real. The club is one match away from completing a historic double, winning both the Premier League and the Champions League in the same season. It would be one of the greatest achievements in Arsenal history and a perfect reward for years of rebuilding under Mikel Arteta. Players arriving at training reportedly looked relaxed but fully focused, with smiles mixed with serious concentration. The celebrations are over. The job is not finished. Bukayo Saka knows this is a chance to deliver on the biggest European stage. Declan Rice understands the responsibility in midfield. Martin Odegaard will carry the creative burden. Saliba and Gabriel know they must be solid at the back. Raya knows he could become a hero with one big save. For Arteta, this is the moment he has worked for since taking charge of Arsenal. He rebuilt the team step by step, faced criticism in difficult moments, and now stands just one game away from delivering the greatest season in Arsenal's modern era. The Arsenal boss is believed to have told his players to enjoy the moment, but stay hungry because history is now within reach. If Arsenal beat PSG on Saturday, they will not just be Premier League champions, they will become kings of Europe and complete a historic double that fans will remember forever. This is no longer just about one trophy. This is about legacy. This is about history. And Arsenal are doing everything possible in training to make sure Saturday becomes the night they complete the dream.